Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Mabilis lang po itong episode na ito. Meron lang akong isi-share sa inyo. A story just published today, September 28, 2025. Hindi na ako nagulat dito, no? Hindi naman po sikreto. Marami talaga ang gumagawa nito ngayon, naghahanap ng ganito para manatili sa Canada, para magkaroon ng legal status dito. Okay, ang pinag-uusapan ko po ay yung mga naghahanap ng mapapakasalan. Okay, magbabayad para lang pakasalan sila at magkaroon ng PR. Okay? I think that is also the reason why tumagal na ng husto ang processing time ng IRCC for spousal sponsorships. Dahil simula nang maghigpit sa mga policies, biglang tumaas din ang bilang ng mga nag-a-apply for spousal sponsorship. And of course, huwag na tayo magulat kung ang IRCC is taking its time assessing these applications because of course, some people will try to use that pathway. Kung tutuusin, yan naman po talaga ang isa sa mga madadaling paraan makakuha ng PR. Okay, spousal sponsorship. But of course, kailangan genuine, okay, ang inyong relasyon. Whether kayo ay talagang kinasal or common law partners. Okay? Anyway, sige, puntahan natin itong storya na to. This is from the Toronto Sun. Ang nangyari po, so, tinanggal sa trabaho, sinibak sa trabaho ang isang store manager ng Tim Hortons because sinumbong po siya ng kanyang co-worker na inalok niya ng pera para pakasalan ang kanyang kapatid. Okay, mamaya papakita natin yung text exchange nila. Ang inoffer niya, $15,000 to $20,000. Kailangan daw kasi ng kapatid niya para magkaroon ng PR, para ma-PR. Siyempre, yung inalok, guys, batang-bata, 17 years old. Siguro, hindi sanay, nagulat, ba't mo ko babayaran? So, ayun, nagsumbong. Okay, and the moment their employer found out, the store manager was fired. Okay, ito po ang story from the Toronto Sun. Tim Hortons manager fired, allegedly ordered 20K girlfriend for brother. Talagang order. Ano ba ito? Okay, so OPP investigating the allegation that a 17-year-old girl was offered an Indian boyfriend to help him gain residency. Nangyari po ito, ang teams kung saan sila nagkatrabaho ay sa Prince Edward County. Ayan. In a strange story down in Prince Edward County, OPP officers are investigating the case of a Tim Hortons franchise manager allegedly offering a 5-figure payment to a teenage girl, I think may typo dito, to be the girlfriend of her adult brother to help his goal of attaining permanent residency in Canada. Talagang sinabi pa dito, in a strange story, no? As if naman, alam mo, well, siguro para sa mga Canadian, sa mga puti, lalo na kung bata ang alokin mo, magugulat talaga, talagang strange. Pero para sa ating mga immigrants dito na very familiar sa struggles of gaining permanent residency, it's not really uncommon, unfortunately, no? Okay. Anyway, sige, puntahan na natin. Ayan, so the investigation is ongoing. No additional details are available at this time. What is known about this alleged offer is shocking. Shocking? Di nila alam, no? Yung iba, mas malaki pa. Hamak na mas malaki pa ang inaalok para lang magpakasal. So, ang nangyari po, yung tito, uncle, nung 17-year-old ang kumontak sa police. Si Mr. Matt Monroe, uncle of the 17-year-old female employee at Tim's franchise in Wellington, after she presented text messages allegedly showing her manager was reaching out to her about helping her 25-year-old brother by agreeing to an arranged relationship. Okay? Na-confirm na nga po that the female manager has been fired. Wala tayong information dun sa identity ng brother. Who knows, talaga ba niyang kapatid rin yan? Hindi natin alam. Okay, Monroe and his wife, yan, yung tito at tita, said they were told by current staff the dismissed manager has returned to Brampton. Okay, umalis na talaga. Pati umalis na rin ng Prince Edward County and is no longer in the county. Ito po ang picture. Sige, let me see if mapalalakihan ko ito. Or is it big enough for you? No? Ito yung text exchange, pruweba nung 17-year-old. O, tinanong daw siya, ay, hindi ko pala ma-highlight. Do you have BF? Boyfriend? No, why? Sabi, just wanted to know, sorry if you mind. Ang sabi pa to nung bata, no, it's just my ex is stalking me. Akala daw niya baka biglang merong nag-show up sa kanilang branch at nag-haras doon. Sabi niya, no, what is your IG? I wanna ask you something if you don't mind, sabi ni ex-manager. Ang tanong daw, you want Indian boyfriend? How old naman ang tanong ni 17-year-old? Baka interesado din kahit papano. 25 daw. Sabi naman niya, I'm only 17. So, ang sabi ni Tito, the manager was harassing my niece to marry her brother who is 25 and she is underage and offered her 20,000 to marry him. Yan. And the niece daw, ayan, sobrang devastated by this turn of events that she quit her job. Na aba, okay, umalis sa trabaho, pati yung bata, kawawa naman. Dahil, sabi po dito, she no longer feels comfortable. Ayan. Okay. Ito pala, continuation ng text, meron pa, no? Sabi nung bata, di ba, I'm only 17. Is it someone I work with? Ito na ang sabi nung ex-store manager. My brother, he is looking for GF. He needs someone to get permanent residency in Canada. And if you can help him with that, he can pay you 15,000 to 20,000 too. Yan. Okay. Ito pa, no? Kawawa naman yung bata. Talaga nga naman. She was even ridiculed. And nakatanggap ng rude comments. Pinagtawanan pa daw ng kapwa staff nila sa Teams. Matapos lumabas itong storya, yung nangyari. Even though she is the alleged victim in all of this. Kawawa naman, ano ba yan? So the text exchange, nasa police na, may copy na ang police at iniimbestigahan na ito. Okay, wala pa pong charges na final and I wonder kung magkakaroon pa yan dahil hindi natuloy. Meron bang parang attempted marriage fraud? I'm not sure, no? Pero yun, sinabi rin, wala pa pong charges filed. And also, dinideny ni ex-store manager. Ang sabi niya, yung pagbanggit daw po niya ng pera, hindi naman niya binanggit specifically na marriage para sa kasal yun. Okay, nakita ko yan dito eh. Yan. The former manager said there was more information where the teen employee had talked about having financial troubles. May ganong sinasabi si ex-store manager na hindi alam ko kasi na mga problema siya sa pera. And sabi niya dito, the suggestion of the money offered was more related to that. There was no specific mention of the word marriage in their exchange. Yan ang side ni store manager. No further actions were taken beyond that conversation. Yet now people are losing their jobs and reputations are being damaged even though nothing happened. Yan. Wala naman daw, hindi naman natuloy, hindi naman niya pinili. Parang gano'n ang kanyang sinasabi. No? Okay, but anyway, that is the story. Sabi ko nga sa inyo guys, no, medyo sa mundo natin, ayan, sa mundo natin, alam niyo naman, may ganito talagang nangyayari. Naku po, I do not encourage this at all, guys. This is, again, illegal. If you get caught, mas malaking problema po yan. Okay, for you, both yung magbabayad, pati doon sa magpapabayad. Okay, problema po yan kung kayo ay mahuli. Siyempre, nag-check ako. Napag-usapan na rin po sa Reddit itong storyang ito. Yan. Kahit yung comment section, sinasabi nila, ano ba yan? Hindi naman nabago yan, na nangyayari talaga yan. So, sa Reddit na po ito. No? Ayan. Sabi niya, this ain't new, but good on the kid for not folding under pressure. It's very illegal And she could get into a lot of trouble. Yan. Talaga nga naman, sabi ito, marriage arrangement, just typical Canadian love story in 2025. Okay. Oh, sabi din nung isa, this is normal everywhere. Sham marriage to enter country. Disgusting part is the worker is clearly very underage. Imagine if an elder approached a teen and offered 15 to 20K, assuming they actually pay. Tell me which teen wouldn't consider this. I wonder din, baka talagang sobrang mas mahal na rin ngayon ang mga tinatanggap, ang perang involved sa mga ganito. Feeling ko lang, itong 50 to 20K, baka nga mababa pa ito. Ang Lamia nga di ba? Lamia, wala ka pang permanent residency nun. Umaabot ng 30, 40,000. Ito, spousal sponsorship, ito, PR ka na agad, di ba? So I can imagine, must be higher nowadays. Okay. Yun lang naman guys, sabi ko sa inyo, short but sweet po ang ating episode. Reminder lang guys, do not engage in such. Ang IRCC may reminders din po tungkol dyan. O sige, mapakita ko na rin. Tungkol sa marriage fraud. And I think yung statistics talaga nila ngayon, bigla ngang sumipa ang mga spousal sponsorship applications. Pinag-iingat din nila dahil minsan guys, meron naman, kung hindi kayo parehong aware sa pinapasok ninyo, merong mga nang-aakit lang talaga, ng mga Canadian citizens at PR. Make them fall in love. Yan, for PR. Pag na-secure na yung PR, bigla silang maglalaho. Diba? Heartbroken na yung tao, madalas, naperahan pa sila. Okay. So, may ganyang cases din po. Pag ganyan, syempre, ang maaring maparusahan lang ng criminal charges or sanctions, yung nanggamit. Diba? Merong mga lumalapit po sa IRCC na nagsusumbong later on na na-realize nila na, oh my gosh, I was a victim naman sila of marriage fraud too. Okay. Ano pa ba, Ayan, ang nakasulat po dito, Our officers, according to IRCC, are trained to recognize genuine immigration applications. They know how to detect false marriages and false common law or conjugal relationships. They have many ways to spot marriage fraud, including document checks and interviews with both sponsors and applicants. Ayan. Okay. So anyway, yun lang naman. I will end this episode here, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Baka may mga storya din kayo dyan gusto nyong i-share. Ilagay nyo lang po dyan sa baba. Sa mga nag-iisip dito, guys, I'm telling you, kung mahuli po kayo, madalas po yan, may magsusumbong sa inyo. Kaya mag-iingat kayo dyan, ha? Anyway, yun lang naman. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!